It is September 1st, 2023. People are scattering, and I'm not for sure why. They're such little drama queens. Yesterday, on the 31st, I had went to Bob Evans. There was people talking. The one neighbor already told on him. It was just the people in that store in Ravenna that did it to her before. Okay? We go over to Walmart 62. I'm walking around. We go back up by the front fruit aisle. And some ladies come in. We call Will. We told him about that mafia guy. She was talking about that. Her dad hired her son. Said he looked him up. He was killing people in that area. He said when Karen said when she overheard it, and they asked her what she heard, she just kept saying she was, playing with her tights. It's a good, he said she's smart. That's how she survived those people. Because if she would have admitted she heard anything, that guy would have killed her. And that guy saying that his son wouldn't keep his mouth shut. He just made up that reason. Will said he probably just made it up. They were busy killing people and doing other things up there. So they found a safe area that they could put their son. No, my dad would make sure nothing happened to him, and then they could lock down that area while they're out doing what they were doing. And that way, if they got caught or killed, they'd have someone to take over the family business, but just tell my dad that he can't keep his mouth shut. No wonder her dad made all his kids act like that when they were out, like she described. Well, my dad, we were real small. You stood, when we were out, you stood at attention. You had your hands beside you, in your pocket, or in front of you. You did not speak unless you were spoken to. You were to be seen and not heard. And you were to stand there until you were told otherwise, or asked to sit. And you stood there, and you got a lot of trouble. And they said no wonder her dad treated his kids like that. Look at the people he was taking his children around. They would have killed him if they didn't act any other way. He was taking us around mafia. You people would never want the real mafia involved. Those people up in New York in the 70s burned places down. People disappeared. And like that guy said, no body, no crime. The only time you find a body is when you want to make a statement. It's like, oh my goodness. And then talked about chopping people up and making them fish food. It's like, oh my goodness. I was real little. I was like 6 years old. Started playing with my sock. I had a little white thick tights on, little patent shoes, took my shoe off and started playing with my sock. Oh my goodness, oh my god. There was no place to run. And I started picking at my foot. I'm like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Got it? And because our thing is, somebody's gone. What concern of it is ours? And why are you bothering us with this matter? They must have moved on to a better place. Okay, fish food. You become fish food. They talked about disruptions, and everything They make sure it goes back into order, into place. People learn to be good people and mind their own business. Had my dad call me over, what did you hear? And there was a lot of other stuff. I'm like, I was playing with my tights. What did you hear? I said I was busy playing with my tights. And that's the only thing I could think of. I thought, you ain't grinding me up and make me fish food. And he kept asking me what I heard. And so, yeah, would not want the real mafia involved. There's a difference between mafia and cartels. Cartels are crazy and wild and erratic. Mafia is like military. There's a hit on someone, you don't know it. They go in and the person disappears. And if they want an area cleaned out, a bunch of people disappear. And they leave. And you don't know they're there. And if it gets out they were there, nobody knows nothing. You don't want to be next. They burn down businesses, grocery stores, ice cream stands, anybody that didn't give them protection money. And 70s, it was horrible up in Buffalo, in the surrounding areas. And yeah, you didn't play with those people. That's where the whole thing of it is. There's a big difference. In January to March of 19, you have neighbors, but you see them, but you don't talk to them, but you know they're there. Drive down about 4 or 5 houses down, there's an older white guy with white hair, and he drove a silver car. We'd see him get out of his car and go in his house all the time. Don't know him. He pulled in next to me at McDonald's on Whipple and what was that? Fulton or Hills and Dales, corner of it. I pulled in next to me. I thought, I'm not afraid of you. I thought, I am a little. But I'm not going to show fear. I'm going to go in there too. I walk in, and right behind him, he's telling a bunch of guys, I'm tired of this. He said her ex-husband showed up in a store in Ravenna, yelled out he didn't want her anymore, asked all those people to help, and they all agreed. And it was the people in the store of Ravenna doing everything to her before, where Dave said he hired Pete on his own. Okay? He's a local drug dealer. And that guy's and the ones that offered to help, a lot of them hadn't worked in a while, and they were willing to hurt her to make money. They went on. Do you know when the case first started, they were driving junky cars. Within 6 months, they were driving $80,000 trucks and very expensive vehicles. They were helping the human traffickers. Pete's a fentanyl dealer. He works for the Fentanyl King from Texas, where the guys from the Middle Eastern, for we all work for the King from Texas. We are his men. Dave hired us. He's a drug lord. He's a fentanyl king. Okay? So, and those people joined the drug cartel. They were trying to get people to join the drug cartel around me. They would say in 18, to join us, you have to be willing to give up everything and everyone in life. That they were groups of families traveling around making money as they go. And to join us, you have to give up everything. They were recruiting people. On the 31st, I was on the highway, August 31st of 24. On the way home, these bikers pull up. Now my car's bugged, and everybody knows they sold a login. M13 was hacking protected custody cases and live streaming it. Okay. And these people hacked it the first month. And they announced it in Walmart 62, and it went nationwide. I can go in different states and people mention the case. Okay? So, these bikers pull up and ride beside my car, and they're talking. We told John to go up and tell on her and act like that. She doesn't know who I am. I told him to do it so I could join the gang. We watched the tapes, and her family said they didn't know anything about it, of the shower scene and the drug confessions. All of them didn't know. Dave didn't tell him about his sinister plan until later. And the police taped him. In 18, they spoke highly of me to the FBI. All of them did. They didn't know any of this. And to the police, they defended me. And they defended me in front of the FBI and the police. And they said they didn't know anything about it. Where on Christmas Eve of 22, even Danny and Jen, I go to them, do you know where they kicked in the door on the 6th day? Did you know about button cameras? No. Did you know about a shower scene in the other room to make me look weird? No. Did you know about where I had the bruises, throwing up, almost passing out in front of the neighbor by the second week? Yes. Did you know they were drug beat and raping me? Or well, they were drug beat and raping me. I said drug and beating me and telling me to say weirdo stuff. No, we thought you were working too hard and bruising too easy. Didn't think about it. That would have made them an accessory. Kids came out of the room. Grandma, we didn't know. John defended me on Thanksgiving of 18 that no one could ever say anything bad about me. Dave defended me that, Karen, you're good to the kids, you're good to the grandkids, you never hurt anyone, you're good to everyone, no matter who it is, within a few days of Thanksgiving of 18. I taped him, and so did the police and the FBI. Joshy defended me, Danny and Jen, and the twins, and the girls. And Mel's kids got caught stating they wanted the house for Auntie Shell and Papa, and that they were games of pretend on Thanksgiving of 18. They're documented me games of pretend. I was found innocent of everything by Thanksgiving of 18. That's how stupid all this is. Now, with those people just recruiting anybody that would join them, why would you have to feed me back to them? Like that guy said we had John go up there and act like that. You didn't have to. All you had to do is offer to join them. They were recruiting people in this area, in front of people. And a lot of the people in the store in Ravenna joined them. Girls were complaining when we went to the police. They said they always knew it was just the people in the store in Ravenna doing it to her before. Nobody would ever say a word. They should have arrested them for being vile criminals by federal law. And we seen that tape where Will doesn't even have the authority, where all those people told her that he doesn't have the authority to ask anybody to stay quiet. None of this is funny. He stole their money. I know. The police need to arrest him. They got him for embezzlement, obstruction of justice, tampering with evidence, and tampering with witnesses. They got him for a lot of crimes, and aiding and abetting all these crimes. I'm going to upload this.